Hello. I am asked the question how we can have so many trees and grass on such a huge island. So there are optimization techniques, and I'm not going to explain all of them, but I will focus on the culling optimization. Culling optimization is happening in every game. Culling means that when you're close to something, you see the full detail of it, but when you're far away, the details are hidden. They are hidden because they are not visible, so there is no reason for use the computing power in order to display them. And it's not a problem because you don't see them, so you don't need to use the computer power for displaying calculated where they are, the calculated the shadows and all of that. So all these plants, if I go far away, they're going to disappear. Oh, you see the cleaning process? First the shadows and then the plants themselves. So this is a process of simplification. So that look, the rock in the middle, there is a rock, everything gone. If I go close, the rock come, and then the shadows, and then the grass, and everything else. And if I look carefully about the grass here, it's not finished to process because I go too quickly. Oh, it's coming. Takes some time to calculate. But in the game, it's not a problem because you're walking and you're not flying, so you don't see all this process. You're just walking like this, and so everything is recalculated around you, and you always see the high level of complexity around you. If I zoom on the grass just here, for example, you're gonna see we have about 50 different species of grass. You see the dead one, the gray one, the one that is moving more than the others. That is for giving a level of realism. So when you're here, you can see they are not at the same height, not exactly the same color. But of course, if I go far away, I don't need that. In a game of like a Far Cry, they will avoid having mountains because mountains are very costly. As soon as you go on the top of a mountain, you have to display what is far away. In Far Cry, you play on the PlayStation, you see far away, all the trees are the same. They are just sprites. And we are using the same technique here. This is called the billboard. The billboard are the sprites. Here, if you want to see close, you have trees. Some are moving in the wind, some are not. You have a lot of details. But if you go far away, then you can see these weird looking trees. They are a little bit the same, but they are actually sprites. They are made of 2D picture, so that they are not costly like the one that are closed. The thing with Metaisland, compared with other games, is that you have mountains. So you can go on this path here, for example, and you go up, 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 and if you're smart, you can go on the top here. And what's gonna happen on the top here? Then you're gonna see that there is a full island full of trees. But in reality, these trees here are not the same than the trees in front of you here. You have 150 plus trees in Metaisland, actually. That's a lot of trees. But in the distance, we have only 6 species. So we are culling the trees differently, depending on what kind of tree we are. Some trees are not culled at all. So they are displaying even in the very, very, very far distance. But there is only 6 species that are not culled, so that it keep the process of displaying the trees, I would say, reasonable. You see this rock here? Oh, it is culled. And about the buildings, we are doing exactly the same thing. You don't need to see the building when you are at a distance, so we don't display it. We are not calculating them. But you're not going to see that because you stay on the floor, you're walking, and all this process is transparent. You can see when you are, well, the computer takes some time to recalculate the plants because they are, as I say, they are procedural. But know that the computer knows where I am. I have all the details here. And for example, the algorithms say that this kind of ground doesn't have grass. So in this place, it's clean. That's how I can do path. But if I zoom, I have all the complexity. And that's what the player is saying. He's saying only what is around him. But if you go on the mountain in Metaisland, then you will see all these trees in the distance, which look a lot more realistic than most of the games who are filling them, because they design the island in the way that there is no mountains, it's quite flat. But in reality, islands are not flat, most of them. They are looking like this, they have cliffs. Of course, these small details are accurate too. It would be crazy to display all these things at a distance. It will make the game very up. They disappear with the distance. Up they come back. If I come back too quickly, then the computer don't have the time. Up they come back. Okay, that was a small video about the culling optimization. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.